All right. Well, today's Independence Day. So, first off, to everybody, happy Independence Day. But it's a different type of Independence Day also. This is my first Independence Day as a carnivore. I am no longer dependent on medications. I'm free from medications. I don't depend on them. I've got my independence back from Big Pharma. I don't rely on them for anything anymore. There are so many things that happen to you when you start to eat a carnivore diet. And by carnivore diet, I'm talking about eating the fatty red meats and eating the fat, getting 70 to 80% or more of your calories from fat. Carnivore is a high fat diet. It's not a high protein diet, it's a high fat. Yeah, it might be a 1-to-1 for gram to gram, but the calories that you're getting, you have to look at in the calorie wise. Your calories need to be 70 to 80% from fat. And that will give you independence. It'll give you independence from Big Pharma, from a whole bunch of things. I don't have my allergies anymore. I don't have high blood pressure anymore. I don't have the anxieties that I used to have doing stuff. I can go out with my wife and go shopping with her, and it doesn't bother me that there's people around. I used to be annoyed as hell around people. People annoy me. I can deal with them now. It's not as bad. So, and I mean, come on. What's better than being independent and being able to go someplace and not worry about whether or not, hey, did I forget to bring my blood pressure medication with me? Because what happens if you don't take that? Well, a lot of bad things can happen. My allergy medications, if I didn't bring them with me, what happened? I couldn't breathe. I couldn't do stuff. Even when I took my allergy medicines, I had a hard time breathing at times. They didn't always work. But this year, as a carnivore, I've been outside. I've been to the Independence Day parade already. I've been outside. I've smoked. I threw some mild cheddar, some sharp cheddar, and some medium cheddar cheese blocks on my pellet grill, and cold smoked them for 3.5, 4 hours this morning already. And I spent time outside doing this stuff. The last 5 years before this, I didn't spend a whole lot of time outside because I couldn't be out there with my allergies and with how I was feeling. I had no energy to do it. Now I got the energy to go do that. I got up this morning. It's technically a day off. It's Independence Day. It's a holiday. It's a paid holiday at work. I still went in and worked this morning. Okay? I have stuff I can do every day if I want to. I can go in there and do stuff every day. But I went in and I did my basic stuff that I have to have done, like just about every day. That way, Monday, it's not such a big one that I have to do for my production. And it didn't bother me getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and going and just taking care of this stuff. I had the energy. I have the will and the go to go do this stuff, which I didn't have as much of before. I mean, seriously, you can ask my wife. I didn't like going places. I didn't like doing stuff. But lately, I've been doing a lot more. Well, I shouldn't say lately. The last 8-9 months, I've been doing a lot more. I've had more energy since starting carnivore than I've had in decades. Probably since I've met my wife. I'm more like I was back then. I've lost a lot of weight too. The last month and a half, I've tried curbing how much weight I've lost. So the last month and a half, I think I've only lost, or the last 2 months, I've only lost like 8 pounds. So I'm down to 224. But I do want to get, say in the next month and a half, by the time I hit 12 months, 1 year, I do have a specific weight I want to get down to. And I'm going to try to get down to it. As some people have seen, maybe if you've seen any of my stuff that I've posted on X, I've started doing some of the Beachbody workouts again. I've done Focus T25. I finished the first week of that this week. Feel absolutely amazing. No soreness, no stiffness. I've pushed it. I've had my heart rate elevated up into almost to the max a couple times, but I've had it up there where, you know, I used to do when I was doing this stuff all the time. The first time I ever did Focus T25, the workouts were hard. I was in shape because I had been doing Insanity. I had been doing Insanity, the Asylum, but it was a different workout, and, you know, still I was eating that standard American diet, or the closer to a plant-based, low-protein diet, low-protein, low-fat, you know, the one that everybody wants you to eat to lose weight, to be healthy, which is not. When I first started doing Focus T25, even with being in shape from doing it steady, I was sore, I was stiff, I had a hard time. I had a hard time making it 25 minutes on that. I haven't done these workouts in a long time. Actually, I think July of 2021, I did them for 2 weeks when I was under quarantine for being a fucking close contact to somebody that I was nowhere fucking near, but you can't argue with it because, you know. But, you know, they paid me to stay home, so I don't give a fuck. But I did it for 2 weeks then. In that 2 week period, I gained 10 pounds. I didn't lose any weight. I gained 10 pounds, and I was actually doing 2 workouts a day. I did an Insanity workout, and then I did a T25 workout. And I gained 10 pounds in that 2 weeks. And that pissed me off, and I stopped doing them. I didn't know back then that's the fucking diet that we're eating is so bad for you. But I mean, like right now, yesterday was the lower focus, so it's basically leg day. And I did that yesterday after I got home from work, you know, so 5:30 or whatever it was that I got home. Oh my God. I'm telling you, when I fucking started that workout, it was killing me right away. I've always, the lower focus, plyo workouts and stuff like that, they always really got me. I can do the cardio stuff, the speed and stuff like that. It's in the total body. When you're working all the areas and not just focusing on like the legs, I can do these workouts now. I don't have any problem. My legs are still weak today from doing that lower focus. They feel great. I finished the workout. I didn't have to stop. I did the whole thing. It was fucking awesome. It's one of the things that I liked about the Beachbody workouts when I was doing them was I like Shaun T. He has a way of motivating you, and I really think his workouts are awesome. Like I said, I've done Insanity. I did that probably fucking 8 or 9 times through. I did the Asylum. Oh, shit. I did the Asylum. I did the Asylum Volume 1 or 2, whatever the hell that is, the second one. I did Focus T25. I did Insanity Max 30. And I continue to on these here over and over and over. I mean, I did them multiple times. And from 2012 to 2016, so in the 4 years that I did them, I continuously cycled through those Shaun T workouts. And I absolutely loved them. They were fabulous. You can't out exercise a bad diet. And that's how these companies are making such a huge monetary gain from these. I don't know that they all know what a proper diet is. they go off of what they've been told, what they've been taught from these food companies, and from, because all the medical information that they're getting is all a bunch of bullshit. It really is. It's coming from the place where red meats are bad for you, right? And they're not. But that's what these guys are being told too. So they're pushing their plant-based diet and their plant-based this and their plant-based that because that's the information that they have. No different than me and you. But it's not right. So I'm going to do this Insanity, Focus T25 this time. I'm going to do a Focus T25, and I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to see if I can lose any more weight. And I'm actually not looking to lose weight from it. I'm looking to tone my body back up because I got, that jiggly loose skin, and I know I can, there's not much if I flex. I need to build more muscle to fill that in. Again, I might gain a little bit of weight doing this. I don't think I will, but I might. But I know doing this, I feel better. My sleep has improved in the last week doing this. My heart rate variability has improved doing this. The week before, my heart rate variability went from the low 30s to the mid 20s. And so far this week, my heart rate variability has gone from the mid 20s up to the upper 30s just during this week doing these workouts. So I know it's getting better. I know it's helping me. And I've slept solid. My Fitbit tracks my sleep. My awake times went from close to an hour every night down to under 30 minutes. My deep sleep has increased. My REM sleep has increased. So I feel much better. I feel like I get a much better sleep too. Was I ready to do any workouts before now? No, I wasn't. I didn't feel like my body wasn't ready to do strenuous stuff. I let my body heal itself. My body feels like it needs this now. So I'm going to give it a shot, and I'm going to listen to my body. But I can do these workouts. Yes, I sweat. I will sweat bad. Nice thing I didn't realize either is when I sweat, I don't have that stink I used to have. Even after sweating, I don't have that putrid sweat smell going on like I used to. I mean, it's fucking amazing. My wife has even commented on it that I don't have that body odor that I used to have. So it's more independence as a carnivore means more now. It's not just about the freedoms that we have and the freedom that we won, that we gained in the Revolutionary War. It's not just our freedom from the crown. This is my first Independence Day since 2020, where I am free from Big Pharma. I am free from taking any medication. I don't take anything. I don't have to take any. I do take the D3K2 on occasion because this spring has been really weird. We haven't had the sunshine that we were expecting, or I was expecting, so I've still taken it up till this last couple of weeks here because it wasn't nice out. What else have I found? Oh, collagen peptides. I've been putting collagen peptides in with my morning drink just to get some extra collagen in to see if that helps with anything. A lot of the stuff that they say, like your joints and stuff like that. I haven't had the joint pain for a long time, but I do still have hair. I just shave it off. I can grow a beard. You can look back at my earlier videos. I had a beard that annoyed the hell out of me this year, so I didn't keep it very long and I shaved it off. But the collagen peptides are supposed to help with your hair growth, with your fingernail growth, with your joints and your a bunch of other things like that. So I figured, why not? Let me give it a shot and see what it does. Have I noticed anything? No, not really. Was I expecting to notice anything? No, not really. I've taken it for just a week, so I don't know if I'd even seen anything yet. But I can tell you that it's a beautiful Independence Day. It's my first Carnivore Independence Day, being independent, being free from health issues, being free from big pharma, being free to thrive and to be happy. To me, this is the greatest independence a person can have. If you're suffering through shit, whether it's high blood pressure, diabetes, autoimmune disease, Hashimoto's, depressions and anxieties, there are so many things that people report that they get relief from by eating a high-fat carnivore diet. It is absolutely amazing what this diet will do for people, given the opportunity for it to work. It is absolutely fabulous. I'm not giving you any medical advice. I'm not a doctor. This is an N=1 experiment on me. And this is what's working. You can Google YouTube and you can see there are hundreds, if not thousands, of people coming on here doing this. You know, giving their stories on here, just like I'm telling you right now. It's my story, what's worked for me. I relay information that I've learned of others doing the same thing. It's out there. No, I'm not a doctor. A lot of them aren't doctors, but there are doctors on here doing this too. You can look up Dr. Ken Berry. You can look up Anthony Chafee, Sean Baker, Tony Hampton, Dr. Kiltz. I mean, there's a ton of doctors on here that are doing this. Lisa Wiedemann, nutritionist Judy Cho. There's a lot of people that are doing this. Doctors, nutritionists, all kinds of people. And the biggest thing is we got so much information out there, but people don't believe it because it's easier for them to believe the lie that you have to have a plant and you have to have fiber and you have to have carbohydrates. Those were all marketing ploys by the food industry that people just started believing as true. And it's not. The food pyramid was an ad for agriculture. Had nothing to do with science, had nothing to do with health. It's just what they wanted you to eat so that you would buy more of their products. Go figure. Was that done? The US follows that, and we've got the highest obesity level in the world. And it's just not right. Stop following it. Look at what is working for others. And the standard American diet is not. A plant-based diet is not. And I'm sorry to tell you, if you're eating vegetarian or you're eating vegan, that particular diet is not sustainable. You have to have animal fats or you cannot survive. You may take vitamins and minerals and stuff like that have animal fats in them, because if you don't, you can't survive. B12 is one of them. You can't have that without an animal fat. There is not a plant that makes it. So you got that, right? Carnivore, eating ruminant animals, eating the fatty red meats, beef, butter, bacon, eggs, limited dairy, is the proper human diet. It's what we're supposed to eat. Can you eat vegetables? Can you eat fruits? Oh yeah, we can. Vegetables and fruits eaten when they're ripe is when they are supposed to be eaten. And when is that? That's generally in the fall of the year. They have a lot of sugar, they have a lot of carbohydrates, and what that does is that tells your insulin that your body needs to store the fat for the upcoming winter, where you're going to end up fasting because you're not going to have all the abundance of food, right? Having the abundance of food that we have now, isn't normal. It's not the way we were for thousands of years. This is recent, the last 100 years, 120 years or whatever, where we've had an abundance of food where people eat every day. We didn't used to do this. So fasting, especially in the winter, was typical because you didn't always have access to food. And the fall, when you ate fruits and vegetables, your body stored fat. That allowed you to go days, to go weeks with limited food or no food. I've recently done a 5-day fast, 5.5 days, 135 hours. And when I broke my fast, I still wasn't really hungry. I didn't have hunger pains. It's just I had stuff I had to do. I knew if I didn't break the fast when I did, it wouldn't have been good for me anyway. So that's why I ended it. I thought about going 7 days. Maybe next time. But this whole thing is, this way of eating gives you your independence back. You don't have to eat every day. You don't. There are days where if you don't feel like eating, don't. My wife's a type 2 diabetic. Her blood sugars have been well controlled since January, eating this way. Recently, she's had foods that she shouldn't have. So she's had insulin spikes. Her insulin, or her blood sugars, have gone up over 180, but they've come right back down. She was having popcorn and watermelon. What a combo. But she spiked and then she came back down. And then it stayed there. And then she had it again and came back down. So her body did what it's supposed to do. It reacted to the glucose in her system, and it got taken care of. So it's working for her. She has her independence back from those medications. She doesn't have to take it anymore. It's absolutely fabulous. How is your carnivore Independence Day going today? What are you independent from now? What are you no longer having to do? Where's your freedom? What freedom have you received as a carnivore? Let me know. We'll talk to you later.